I hope it continues to work because suddenly the music dropped for me. Hey Heather. But yeah, I'm just going to build some buildings for Kayan al-Bashar because, well, this week has been basically a bit of a shit show, so I'm just, building one building and then, well, we will just see where it goes. Also, yeah, we're in an old build file because I can't show you guys the new file because whenever, let's just say, whenever a week has been like an emotional shit show, I always build really random things to distract myself. So there's a lot of builds in the other build file that I can't show you guys yet. Also, hey Ayla Suki. Glad to have you here. But yeah, let's just say I streamed Monday for like half an hour at most. And then I had to help with the plumbing issue. And then an hour later I got a call that a family member went to the emergency. Well, he basically had to be sped off to the emergency or in the hospital. And then it's just, yeah. I basically ended Monday's stream and opened Pandora's box. Hey mutants! Also, Kayan al-Bashar has gone through some changes when it comes to building style. And I'm not going to show you guys the reference picture because, well, this was the old style, although I can use those two buildings. I don't know if I can use these. But because Kayan al-Bashar is a fantasy world, I was just like, why not build something that's completely fantasy? I hope you sorted out your swimming pool and that everybody is okay with you and your whole family. Last thing. But I'm not going to spend too much time on that because that will just make me sad. And the swimming pool, I mean, it's still a swimming pool because in the Netherlands, the, like, what do you call it? Groundwater level is basically like at most places, like at most 1 meter below ground. So, yeah, that water in the crawl space is not going anywhere. Unless we get a pump. But then, with Corona, that's not the easiest thing to get. So, well, the water isn't like, it's not sewage water. It's literally water from the kitchen sink. So it's not that, it's not disgusting water that's standing there. It's just, it has been standing there for a while, so it smells not the greatest, but it's not. Also, it's in like a locked space. Like the crawl space is something that you can basically seal off. So we're just waiting until we can get a pump to pump it all out. Hey Lena! And this time I didn't say Lana, although I did want to. I should get building, and I don't know if I will make this a video or not. Need to quickly look at the reference. It's actually surprising, Ada, to see you here. Like, usually you are keeping the two doofuses in check. You are still keeping them in check, right? You got it right. It's in a way sad that that has to be celebrated, but sometimes I just get a name stuck in my head in a certain way, and then a person will tell me like, oh no, this is my actual name. No, you're forever that. Like, the lady designer will always be the lady for me. Even though I know her real name, she's always the lady in my head. I half expect Rudy to come around to say, no, my real name is Rudolphus or something. I also think I know Estan's real name, but Estan will always just remain Doofus for me. Like, sometimes names just get stuck in your head. Is this the right height? Yep. This is the suburbs, so these are poor buildings. I need to remind myself of that. Excuse me. Alright, so... if only we could color these. These would be great. And they're not pointy enough. I do think that I will need to build my own roofs. Not too bad, but... nope. Can't use that. I can maybe use that. And then... not that, that. This is... it feels weird, but it's... wait. Oh, these are not large enough. Like, here's the annoying thing. I want to use custom pieces, but then I also know that that might not be the best thing. Because Kayan al-Bashar doesn't like it anymore if I use too many custom pieces. Not that Kayan al-Bashar ever really liked it. If I can use these, and then... like, this does half the work for me. Then this, sink it in. Nah. Or if I move it around and yeah, this does half the work for me. It's sad that it took like 15 minutes to load in game. Yes. It's surprising that you could load it. Wait. Maybe there are other things that I can use. I'm like really nervously looking for stuff that isn't going to break the frame rate anymore. Because I don't think if I'm going full custom walls or custom roofs, I think Kayan al-Bashar will just legitimately start crying. Maybe if I make the roof a little bit lighter. I want to go over to the other map just because that's where all the pieces are that I used so far, but I can't. Because then well, I just can't. Maybe this could work potentially. But this is going to be like... no. Oh god, I think I will have to make it completely custom. Speculaas pasta. I actually have a jar of that. I do it. Then I also learned that it's not the healthiest thing to constantly eat. I think that this is the best alternative for what I want. And no, you don't share stroopwafels. Why did I pronounce it the English way? Stroopwafels. So, and let's see. Yes, after a binge days. I feel so American. Yeah. I was going to say something and then it was... Again, sometimes I just blank out. Speculas pasta. How can I say that? Like... I always think of gingerbread when I think of speculas. I don't know actually if it's the same or not. That's always something that kind of slipped my brain on, like, is it the same or is it not? Also, I'm spending way too much time on looking at a roof. I'll keep trying for the soup waffles. I can actually also use these. But those would be more pieces also. No, actually they wouldn't be. I'm thinking to just keep going with this roof. Need to look at what I'm building again. There's so much stuff. And also, again, I need to keep this poor. Which is fun because the reference that I'm using is definitely not that. Alright, so... Also, I have to Islamify it, Arabianize it. Hey Beatrice, how you doing today? We're just all making Heather sad for not having all this food that we have here in, well, mostly the Netherlands. We're just making Heather sad. Nah, let's make that out of wood. Hey, Leaf! How you doing, mate? Well, just think of stroopwafels. I don't trust anybody who doesn't at least to some degree like stroopwafels. Like, it's kind of like chocolate and pizza. You don't like those, then I don't consider you human. Well, I do, it's just... I haven't met a single person so far that doesn't like stroopwafels. Although I keep saying it now in the English way. This is what YouTube does to you. You forget how to pronounce things in the actual language because you... The fun thing here. I think most of the time now I speak English. Just because of YouTube. So... Need to push this one a little bit more forward. You know what? Me in Amsterdam was paradise. The Dutch pancakes there were fantastic as well. Yeah, we have tin pancakes. We don't really... Well, legitimately those thick pancakes, we call them American pancakes because... That's how it goes. There could be a story behind that, but no. It's actually a lot of things that are like bigger versions of things that we eat. We call them American size. Like a big pizza is an American style pizza. Does that say too much about America and food and such? I want a more bluish tone. I saw this... That would work. Actually, that would also weirdly work. Like a lot of things, if they're like, well, to us Europeans, are like huge quantities, we call it like American something. What happened to the window next to it? A llama exploded. Well, it's an alchemy shop, so some kind of potion exploded. Because, of course, no, damn it, wrong thing. I sometimes really feel like I should be a little bit more like, what is it called, PG? But then things happen and I have sailor's blood in my veins, so we just curse a lot. I actually already toned it down for YouTube. Did you ever use almost black walls in Kayan? I might have, but because Kayan al-Bashar like is an Arabian Islamic setting, there's a lot of really colorful buildings, and I do sometimes find myself in the pitfall of using way too many beige colored buildings. Nah, this needs to be bigger. Oh, it should be bigger because it should be this size. And then, well, that's one way to go. Explosion by llama. Yes. I can't say anything but yes. I mean, it is a, well, I wouldn't say wonderful way to go, but it is just, it's just an interesting way to go, isn't it? But yeah, this save file that I'm birding in, brain doesn't work quite right. But save file that I'm now currently building in, I think the last time I built in it was, let's just say before Christmas. I think that's the easy way to say it, because I don't know the actual date that I last built in it. So, making this one stick out a bit more because it's a windowsill. I'm really not working the pour aspect into this building very well. Come on, building, be poor. Sinking this in. I'm addicted to black walls, but I can't match. So, yeah, I think black buildings, it's usually, well, first of all, very hard to match it to a lot of things unless it's modern. Yeah, I want that one piece. There you are. Now, I can't use it there. I can use it here. You might realize I'm going for a little bit more of a Parisian vibe. Is it already the city? Well, this is the suburbs. So it's supposed to look a little bit poorer than the actual city itself. But I just wanted to build city buildings. Am I actually getting it a little bit right? Not really, but meh. Need to push this out a little bit more. That's actually maybe the thing that makes it look really so. I know it's beige, but it's supposed to look poor. And poor, or well, not, it's not supposed to be completely poor actually, but like it's supposed to look just a little bit poor, because otherwise it's, you're not going to see like, oh, this is the suburbs, this is the place you're going to get shanked, or this is just some average other place. Again, am I getting the colors right? Yep. Windows, not so much, but Arabianizing, or what is it? Just making these kinds of builds, it's a little bit difficult. Because they generally don't want to work. Now this is too vibrant. So, no, it's not anymore. Easy way to have a pattern. Damn it, it doesn't work as I want. So, because I need a pattern in the middle. But not like that, I think. I think this is a little bit too big. Excuse me. What kind of pattern can I have in the middle that's not going to look expensive? Wish we could color those. So many things that's like, wish we could color those. Well, we do have the large one. Can I use these? I'm just figuring things out. Then I mean, it is wood. It does have a kind of plasticky feel to it though. Let's look for something different. Wait. I'll just use these. So this is not going to look too expensive because it's wood. But it does fulfill the I need a pattern thing. It works. Ow. Nice. Again, just an idea for everybody out there. Don't start a stream sitting on your foot. Your foot will fall asleep. Where? Alright, there you are. But how are you guys doing today? Because I have talked a little bit about what has been going on my week, but curious what has been going on in your guys' weeks. No, you said it as I was going to sit on my foot. Well, you can sit on it. Just be prepared that it will fall asleep and then you will be annoyed because your foot is asleep and there's this weird tintly-like feeling to it, which is never that fun. Shake it around a bit, slap. It's a little bit difficult for me to start slapping my foot because, well, my chair is in the way, or like the armrest for my chair. Although, I would say I'm a little bit flexible, so I could potentially do it, but then you will just hear my chair creak really loudly. I didn't do that good of a job of making this building look poor. Although I need to remove the stone from underneath here. So. And then to the sides. I'm moving home. And my brain just went blank again. Sometimes the stream is literally full of those moments where it's just mind's gone, don't know, speak, meh. And sometimes I have no issues on it with the stream. Just thinking of an Irish pub right now. I think that's because this building looks like it could be like a Irish pub or bar. There, there, and there. Like, this would be the place you could get drunk, but then also get mugged. Adjusting to the curfew. That's the fun of YouTube. I didn't have to, because I was always home already. Like, that's the weirdly good thing when it comes to YouTube. you're already working from home basically. So this. Sadly doesn't work quite as well there. Why? I've really just... I like the look of this building so far. I might change that up a little bit. Because I don't know whether that works as well as I want it. Oh, and I need a door. Probably should have thought of that first. There. Move that. This building is literally almost done already. Well, not really, because I need to make a back side, but it's not going to have sides. Besides ordinary walls. The more I look at this, the more I... So what would Mr. Poisonblade hope for the next... Surprisingly, animals. Like, I think we have basically enough building pieces. Like, as a builder, it's weird to say like, oh, I don't need any building pieces, but I really don't. But when it comes to animals, I really hope for like more European or just colder climate animals, like, I don't know, foxes, deer, you know, kind of the standard animals that most zoos have. They're not the most exciting animals, I can guarantee you that. I'm trying to line this up somehow, but I don't know how. Maybe it's just that this is a little bit too busy, the sides. Because it just looks like a building that will eat you. Yeah. Birch could also work, although... And I think those would be generally the better animals to get. Because every zoo has birch. Like... That much I can almost say for certain that... Almost every zoo actually has birch. Maybe this would work. But I do hope, when it comes to birch, that Frontier takes their time with it. It's not like, oh, here we have birch, and then they glitch out through everything. Or meerkats. Those are the ones that in Dutch we call stokstaartjes, right? Or is that the other animal? Oh yeah, now I need to make thing up there. That was very descriptive, Poison. Thing up there. Sometimes your brain just doesn't work. And I think first though I need something else. Nope. Meerkats. Whenever I see meerkats, I just think of lake cats because meer in Dutch is lake, or it's like the same as lake in English. Can I use the back of one of these things? I can. Never forget doors. Are these the ones that if you move too far away? No, these are the ones that stay. The smaller doors, they move away after you go beyond a certain place. So I'm always happy to find out that these ones don't. Yes, I'm creating a box. Don't worry, the box will end up looking pretty. Possibly. Need a second. Like, it's possible that it's going to end up looking pretty. It's also possible that it's going to look like a train wreck. And this one up there. That doesn't look right. Maybe if I... Might look like a beautiful terrain wreck in the end. But when doesn't it? So make this lower so that this can go. Then just easy pattern. Now smush it on the top here. Actually, if it no, should actually go higher. So it is a poor style building compared to what I've built for the richer place. Also, I just like to have birds and also more animals for your setting, like fish for in the pond, or pigeons or wild birds that you could assign an area to. Kind of like an effect, like, or at least that's how I usually think of those things. That it's like, you know, the water bubbles. I think we have those. Or anything like that, where it's like, yes, it's kind of like on a rotating, looping kind of animation. But yeah, just having some birds come around and such. I want that piece of stone. Give it to me. Thank you. I also really like that whenever I don't or aren't able to pick up a piece, I go into that sort of voice where it says, give it to me. Does this building make sense building wise? No. He builds so pragmatically with the grid, I'm jealous. I mean, I am like, this is always a thing of like, you are jealous of what you don't have. I like how some people can really just build without the grid. Like, I am just like, no, grid is my safety space. Like whenever, well, sometimes whenever I see S10 build, I am pulling my hair out because I'm just like, there's a grid, align it to it. That wasn't what I wanted. I just love watching your building styles. Yeah, and it's also like, this was the earlier version of how Kayan al-Bashar was going to look. Now we have this Parisian-like style. Hey Harry, how are you doing today? And thank you for popping in. But yeah, whenever I see somebody building just without use of the grid, I'm always sort of jealous. But then again, it's like you are jealous of what you don't have. Like, for me, building with the grid is very easy, but building without it is a literal nightmare. The grid is my safety space too. Many people don't think that way. Yeah, a lot of people don't use the grid, and I mean, for a lot of people it works really well. I'm still pulling my hair out whenever I see S10 build. Because use the grids. It will help you. But yeah, for me it's just like, maybe it's because I actually study, well, not architecture but urban design or urban planning. I've never have any clue how it's called in English, but then it also doesn't help that what I study literally changed names while I was studying it. Like, first it was called just urban planning, I think, and now it's called like urban design and something. Hey Chris. Yeah, something like that, like an effect, but would also be great if they had a real fish, not as detailed maybe, but would improve so many builds, like an indoor small pond. Yes, because then you could have those like not a lot of zoos will have like sharks or octopi or squids and all those large animals. But a lot of zoos, or at least when you have an aquarium, you have those like tiny fish, maybe like a clownfish or something. But yeah, it is a little bit like seeing now, just waiting for what Frontier will do. This fits almost perfectly. Damn it. So, just copy that because, well, it's not lazy because I made it myself. Yeah, guppies. I don't know if I could stay, my internet is bad. Don't worry about it, Chris. I will probably put like an how it ended up, or how do you call it? Something. At the... What am I doing right here again? Oh yeah, I need these probably. And then sink them in a bit. Am I right to call this like a Parisian style building? It's just these roofs. I clicked something, I don't know what I clicked. I also really like sea turtles, they're one of... Yes. Turtles would be great. Also beavers. I will keep the beaver thing alive until we have beavers. Also, hey Mr. Domus. One Poisonblade runner. There was something French in there. I could smell it. Couldn't pronounce it, but I could smell it. Smelled of cheese and hatred of the English. I'm joking here, but yeah, every time that I heard about French and French people, or just France in general, it was always, they hate the English. So, push that down a little bit. There's something there. Boom. This, you really can see, this was built almost half a year ago, this is built now. Kayan al-Bashar has evolved. And then we English hate them back. Yes, it's like there's beautiful rivalries. Kind of how, well, do we Dutch people see Belgium as just tiny Netherlands? Now let's make that out of wood. Scan poor building. I'm also going to eventually show you guys the reference picture. But right now I'm really happy with how it's turning out. Damn it. As soon as I said that, the game doesn't want to work with me anymore. My local zoo has... I'm right now reading things in between in such. My local zoo has an aquarium attached and they keep Pacific octopi. I'm right now like, squid, octopi, what is actually the difference? I think squid have like less tentacles or more. I don't know. Ow, my brain hurts. Make it stop. So, because even though it's not going to really have sides, you still need to prepare for that there's some parts of it visible. So, and then this is the back of the building. Squids have 6 tentacles and 2 actual arms. So they have 2 grabbies and 6 floaties. And Belgium is tiny, Dutch, French, German, and also none of this. Yeah. Belgium is Belgium. That's the best way to describe it. I think I'm going to keep the same small windows on top, but everything else has to be small. Also, if I at any point sound sniffly, let's just say that the Netherlands is having a Netherlands moment. I don't know if I have to cry or laugh now. Let me just do both at the same time and see how that goes. Well, that would imply that you're crying out of happiness, so that would be a good thing. Or your body is just like, what the fuck are you doing? Tiny, tiny, tiny. But yeah, when I'm talking about the Netherlands is having a Netherlands moment, it's that it's rainy and cold, and then it's suddenly sunshine and everything. But guess who has to go out when it's raining and cold? Yep, I have to go out and deliver newspapers in the morning, and then it's usually raining. Like, I don't mind the cold actually, I prefer the cold actually over like warm summer weather, because that's just something that the Netherlands just never can get right. Like, it's either you are boiling and wishing for the end of times, or you are just freezing your ass off. Bro, I think you're talking about the L key there. I don't know what you're talking about, so probably not that. But yeah. Let's just say the weather has been shite the last few. Oh, the UK. I was already thinking like, L key? What's L key? But yeah, in the Netherlands, I think this is actually most like northwestern European countries. It's just like, we love you, but the weather is shite. I think I've also watched a bit too many, I think UK based YouTubers, because since when do I start saying shite? That's not usually something in the Dutch language. Do you get snow? Well, that's the fun thing of next week. We don't get snow the entirety of winter. Next week, full snow the entire week. Also constantly, like throughout the day, it's always below 0 degrees, so it's also going to freeze. Like, the Netherlands, when it comes to weather, just can't make its mind up. Like, are you going to get cold? Are you going to get warm, sunny weather? You don't know. Being a weatherman in the Netherlands is fun. Because everybody is dependent on you, because nobody knows. Well, it's basically, if you want to be certain in the Netherlands, always bring a raincoat. Like, it can be sunny 1 minute and then the next it's just pouring. And then you're sad because you're wet and nobody likes being wet. And also, there's just a thing when you grow up, or snow is fun when you're a child. As soon as you grow older, you just hate it. Or, how I like to say it, snow is fun when you don't have to go through it. I have to go through it, so that's annoying me. Winter is cold and summer is warm pretty much. It's predictable here. Here it's not. Well, overall summer is still hot and winter is still cold. But it's like summer, rain. Winter, rain. Just constant rain. I don't think this... Oh yeah, it's because the windows are smaller, so it's weird. I think I need to get 3 windows here to fill the space. Again, I'm really happy that I found out that I can use the Witcher music. Because it's so, well, if you look for the right kind of music, it's very peaceful. All the other kinds... Nah. I mean, if you want to grab a sword, there's also music for that. I really want to one day learn to sword fight and horseback ride and such, but I just don't have the time for it. And here I am at almost 30 Celsius, no cloud inside. Well, next week I'm going to be in -8. It's like extreme drought or monsoon type rain, and don't even get me started on the snow. Well, the Netherlands usually doesn't have snow, so whenever I do think that next week the Netherlands is basically going to be chaos. Because the trains and all of like public transport and such always tries to prepare for snow and such and cold weather, but it never gets it right, so there's always chaos. But I'm probably going to be like bruised next week because, well, that's how snow goes. Or not how snow goes, that's how it goes when the temperatures go down. I think I need to lower these windows because they are way too high here. Maybe that's public transport everywhere. That it just never quite knows how to prepare. I'm just going to grab these windows and see if they are at the right height. They should be. Yeah, last week was our snow week for the year. For me, it can right now just fuck right off. Again, snow is fun when you don't have to go through it yourself. Or when you can just play in it, which is what kids can do. I can't. Well, I can, but I first have to go through it on bike. -30 is too much for my taste. 20 is pretty much perfect. If I had to choose 30 or 10, I'd definitely go for 10. Yes. Why? Oh, the music stopped. Where is... I had the other thing ready, but it does... Damn it. Why don't you autoplay? Let's just grab that one. Yeah, the music I'm using comes right from YouTube, so I have to make sure that you guys don't get all the advertisements, because YouTube likes advertising things. Let's just put this a little bit louder, because I know that this one is a little bit more silent. Public transport being shit, dude, you're talking to a British guy here. I know about public transport. Yeah. Excuse me. But it's just kind of the thing is to talk shit about public transport, but then also forget when it's actually good. Like, I think compared to a lot of countries, public transport in the Netherlands is surprisingly good. It's just... We Dutch, we just like the shit about things. Even when other countries definitely have it worse. Like, the favorite pastime of the Dutch person is to complain. I want something there, but I don't know what. Excuse me. I want a tiny fence, but I can't use this one, I think, because it's actually too tiny. What a great day. Humidity was 93 and rainfall was 41. It might also be because I have curly hair, and curly hair and humidity don't go well, so whenever it's even slightly rainy or humid, I get an afro. Well, not really an afro, but it just becomes very frizzy. Sometimes it's fun because it's like, what hair will I end up today? But a lot of times it's just like, go the fuck away. This, I think, helps. This building also reminds me of the Hollywood Studio Tower of Terror building in Disneyland. I think that's the color scheme. And how, like, in a way, it's not that... wait. Yeah, it's not that detailed. It's detailed, but without being, like, overtly detailed. Like, there's still a lot of open space. Can I show you guys the reference now? I mean, I could. Where is it? Where are you? Where? There you are. Is this the right one? Don't know. There it is. No, this is not the right one, actually. Now that I look at it, it's not the right one. Where is the right one? I don't have it here. Thank you for being very loud on a motorbike. I never got it. Why do people use that clay cylinder? Because it's a grid piece. So if you place... Wait a minute, I'm going to stop the recording. So if you place something on there... I need to hold it so that you guys can see the grids. But that's right on where the grid crosses. So this one is smack on the middle of the grids. So if you, let's say, do this piece is, well, actually, I think it's better to do it with the pillar. These pillars are now exactly 4 meters out or away from each other. There. And if you want to do, let's say that, this brick piece is now the exact middle between those two. No matter if, like, I do that, it's going to put it on the exact same, like, distance as it was on this side. So I'm going to delete these. And also when you do, I'm just going to really quickly just, I might do this just so that it's easier. And if you do this, and this is how you make domes, it's the exact same, so you can copy it all around. That music was a little bit weird. Also, I still have the wrong reference up, but I don't. Well, I can quickly download the correct one. Maybe even if I do this, it will show up the correct one. Yep. I think you guys can see the building that I'm using. It's the tiny one. I have so many things now open. No, I don't want to delete the entire building. Thank you very much. Didn't spend an hour on the building just to almost delete it. Yeah, my throat is a little bit sore. We're still going to use the buildings on the side. Well, these two I can use. This one I don't know, and these ones, they are really iffy if I'm going to use them. But that's when you're building things. Like this, all these buildings are from like half a year ago, and this is how I want Kayan al-Bashar to look like right now. So height-wise, these actually work. These ones are actually maybe too small. And now I want to use the other building and see if I can make that one work. Oh, first, you know that this is going to have a sign. I don't think we actually have a sign that would really work. Like, this one is not big enough. This one could work. Because then you have it on the side here. I'm going to go to my fantasy name generator because no, I don't want. Oh, it's. Why do I always place signs upside down? Oh wait. Why? Let's make it just a pop. I know that's in the Islamic faith you're not supposed to drink, but Kayan al-Bashar is a fantasy place. So I can use it because, I mean, I literally have temples to the Greek gods, Jinn, all of that, so. Why is the music so quiet? I'm going to use a different one because this one is just. Oh wait.
Dry wash.
Why do you constantly give me advertisement for washing my clothes? You are not giving me advertisements. I think this is still the wrong one actually. Nah. It is loud though. So, wait, let's make this. Can I actually make this smaller? I mean, I can. Actually, let's make it so that this one is 1 story smaller. Let's make the lower part. Where are you? This one. Like, I really want to use this one, but I can't. It's just not tall enough. But I do need a different kind of roof here, so I'm going to go for this one. So, and here I'm not using the brick pillar because I can also just use this wall piece. Like, you can use any grid piece, it's just that the grid pillar is easier. This one, however, I want it to be kind of like that. This will be difficult because I will have to fill these holes somehow. In 1 second, I can just, as soon as I've finished with these holes, I can just copy it around. I'm looking for it when it's not in that section. Good thinking, Poison. So. Legitimately, who gave the Witcher team the permission to make music that just works this well? And then do that. This usually works. And it does here as well. I need to just scoot this a little bit back. And once you start sitting in a certain position, it literally feels like your butt is being molded into that shape. So, then use this one as the middle piece. Extend this one a little bit out. Do this. Extend it so that's there. This might work in the end. It's definitely not a rich building anymore. But that fun thing of having glasses and a microphone that's close to your face. You bump into the mic constantly. This one For me, this has never been a door. Or at least I've never used this as a door. For me, this has always been a window. Damn it. Let me use the pieces how I want to. Wait, yeah, it is supposed to be a door. I mean, it's under the door thing. But, I mean, this I get that it might be a door, but this isn't a door. I should have recorded this. Damn it. Sometimes pieces don't want to work. And then I get angry because they should work. No brick. Because it's the lower section of the building. I don't know anyone who has actually used that piece as an actual door. But that might be because I'm a hermit as well. But I always use those as windows because they just look like a window. Especially when you're like going for an Arabian kind of theme. Those work really well as a window. So while it might be that it is actually a door, reality and how you use it sometimes don't go like that. So, turn it around. Like I used to hate it when it was all lines like this, but that's literally the thing when it comes to this style of building, that everything is sort of aligned. I don't think that this works the other way around, that if you put actually can I make this work? Monkey. Then make it the color of the I am now almost at the point that I could literally copy this building. So, and then turn it around into... Remove these flowers and go back down. And do that. I'm just going to copy this building. I'm actually going to keep that. And then but as soon as this building is done, I will probably end the stream. Because I've been streaming for almost, well, 1.5 hours. I think this is a 6x6 thingy. Alright, yeah. The dogs are going crazy outside again. The dogs don't like it when I stream. So lower it just a tiny bit, and there. Let's keep this small. Then do that. Can I otherwise do it like this? Maybe this works better. And then put it. I mean, there has to be a blank wall. Because otherwise are you going to like hang some paintings up and such if all of your walls are windows? Let's delete that. Not that one. flowers here, and that's not the right place. Excuse me. Again, I shouldn't eat right before stream. But I always, for some reason, do. Then have this one be lower should I? I can raise that without it looking too weird. And then building a chimney to somewhat spice up the roof. But that's then, I think... Oh, I need a door. Forgot about the door. So... let's make it a large chimney. We all like large chimneys. Is this actually a large chimney? When in doubt, always make it larger. That's literally my motto when it comes to this. I don't know if it's large enough. Make it larger. But then, make it larger. Don't question it. Make it larger. Alright, so there. I mean, it's kind of the thing that I've also been doing with Sienna. It's just like, I don't know if this is large enough or impressive enough. Damn it. Let's make it larger. Now I've had Sienna for almost close to a week or month. It wouldn't be that big of a deal if it was only a week. Sienna keeps growing. Yeah. Although I am going to give it back tomorrow. I just need to finish something. But bot's not big enough. That's big enough. It is a little bit too thick, I think. Let's just see what it looks like when it's actually on the roof, because I usually... Yeah, that's too thick. Let's do that. Delete those there. But yeah, when it comes to Sienna, I hope Estan can open it. I don't think I crashed it. or destroyed it completely, but excuse me. You never know. Maybe Aston is secretly playing the game on a damn it. On a potato. You never know. Chimney. Should probably be in a place where there is not a window. I mean, we don't know. Like, Aston has been, I think, posted pictures before of like what his PC is like, but you never know. Maybe he is secretly playing on a potato. He just doesn't want to admit it. You never know. Actually, I need to make it like that. Actually, I can make these windows green. No, I can't. I can't get away with that here. His computer may be on fire if he tries to open it. That's what custom window, or not windows, custom roofs can do to you though. Now I need to have a door. I want it off to the side though. Then like a window here. Again, it's supposed to be a door. This is a window frontier. Say it with me. Window. Not a door. I'm just making fun of Frontier by this point. Like, I'm sure there's some reason that it's called a door. But all I can see is window. Still love that these things snap together so easily. But it's fun to sometimes like make fun of the people who created the game that you're playing. But there's probably some reasons. Creator knows more about the game than Frontier themselves. I mean, this might be because I just haven't been exposed to too much Indian culture, but I've never seen a door that looks kind of like this. Like it would... Nah. It's just a strange thing. So... I do believe that this building would be better with a tiny... Give me this. Give me. Thank you. You know, tiny little bit of an... something. Never know how you quite call these. But whenever you don't know what to call something, always call it a thingy or something. Works every time. Because you make your own stupidity into a joke. That there. That can stay there. Doesn't need to be completely They could get so many tips on the players, things that need to be changed or added. And as long as Frontier is willing to listen, I think that's the greatest thing. If Frontier is willing to listen to it. Again, you can really see how much my building style has changed. Although you could see a little bit of similarities, mainly in that most of it is beige. I'm going to stop the recording here. Oh, what I can add though, which is something I couldn't because this is after the South America pack, I can see that. I don't know what were the packs afterwards. We had the Australia pack. It's before the Australia pack even. Like these buildings are pre-Australia pack. Yes. It gets taller also. But hey, I know that Kayan al-Bashar, size-wise, I can't make it like a huge sprawling city because my PC will literally come alive and strangle me when I sleep. Because of all the shit I've put it through. Also, start using these things as planter boxes. They work great. I'm legitimately now just saying use these things. Maybe even. I have no idea where it actually. I want to just one thing. This is supposed to be for like a planter box for under the window. There's none of those here. While here, the actual planters, you do have them. Why is there an icon for... Oh, it's decoration, but it's a planter box picture. I love to be able to choose the texture and color of the pads. Like if you have a bamboo potting, you can choose a darker one instead of the pale one. Yes, but I don't think we can have that. Or... well... maybe. Can I actually make this work? I can. Let me find something that doesn't look... That's too tiny, that's too... nope. That's also just, I think, nope, but we will see. Does work, but it does look very strange. I love to get rid of the curbs on elevated. I think the people are working on a mod to do that actually. So no, let's leave it like this. It looks a little bit more rustic. Don't know. Half of the times I'm just making stuff up here, guys. Half of the time I have no idea what I'm doing and it just somehow ends up good. I think actually that's with a lot of builders. Half of the time they have no idea what they're doing. Or they have like some idea but they have no idea how to actually make that idea work. So whenever you have the slight feeling that the creator is kind of making it up as he goes, that's usually actually the case. I just want to use this one. Also on this building, but that's going to be very obvious. But yeah, that's actually the building I think for today. Because you need one blank wall on a building, because like this would be the place where you have your kitchen or your toilet or something. Like you will actually see that in a lot of buildings, and like in the sides of the building where there's no big windows, that's usually where you have your kitchen or your toilet, or just like, I don't think you want a floor to ceiling window in your bathroom or toilets. Because that's usually a little bit like, I like my privacy, thank you. The only thing I'm going to do, and afterwards I'm going to end the stream, is that. I mean, this does feel like like the buildings you would see in an actual city. Not that these buildings you wouldn't, but these are the ones that, yeah, just give me city vibes. Might also be because there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 floors. I count the ground floor as a floor, because I always say this is the first floor, but then most other people say this is the first floor. But for me, ground floor is also a floor. So, 6. This one is 4, 5 actually, if you include the room. Wait, so this is, yeah, this is 6, this is 5. It's only 1 story smaller. But so I'm going to end this stream here. Thank you all for being here, and it was great to be streaming again after what's basically been a shit show of a week. I am planning to stream again tomorrow, and possibly tomorrow, but certainly Sunday. Yes, Sunday is certain that I will be streaming again. Tomorrow is going to be a little bit like, I don't know if I'm going to stream, because I'm going to give Asta and Suyana back probably tomorrow, so I'm kind of wondering what he is going to do first before I start making plans. So anyway, I will see you guys somewhere this weekend. Bye bye everyone.